Hi students, welcome to SP Chemistry. In today's session, we will study Class 9, Subject Science, Chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings, Concept, Physical Nature of Matters, Subconcept, Characteristics of Particles of Matters. At the end of this session, the learners will be able to identify the matter, state different physical nature of matter, and explain different characteristics of particles of matter through various activities. For today's session, contents are matter, physical nature of matter, characteristics of particles of matter, and at the end of the session, we will discuss some evaluative questions and answers. So let us start matter. If we look at our surroundings, we see a large variety of things with different shapes, sizes and textures. So everything in this universe is made up of material. That's why scientists named those materials as matter. The air we breathe, the food we eat, for example stones, clouds, stars, plants and animals, even a small drop of water or a particle of sand, everything is matter. Why matter? How can we define matter? So, anything that occupies space, that means volume, and have mass is called matter. Right? In early times also, human beings have been trying to understand their surroundings. Like some Indian philosophers classified matter in the form of 5 basic elements. And that is Panchatattva. Panchatattva means 5. All matters may be living or non-living, made up of air, earth, fire, sky and water. So according to them, everything living or non-living was made up of these 5 basic elements. And here in modern days scientists also, they have evolved 2 types of classification of matter based on the physical properties and chemical nature. On the basis of physical state, matter is classified as solids, liquids and gases. We will discuss in detail in next session about these states of matter. And on the chemical composition, matter is classified as pure substances and mixtures. Again, pure substances may be elements or compounds. Elements means same type of atoms are present, and compounds different types of atoms combined to form compounds. So we will discuss in detail later on. And mixtures may be homogeneous like salt solution, sugar solution. So that is homogeneous, or heterogeneous like stones in rice, or different mixture of different stones. So that is heterogeneous mixture. In this way matter is classified. Then let us start physical nature of matter. So first physical nature, that is matter is made up of particles. Here if we prepare salt solution or sugar solution, this one, water is taken in a beaker and 1 teaspoon salt is added to water. Then after stirring we get salt water, that salt solution. Then do you observe here, is there any rise in water level occurs here? And the salt particles, is it dissolved in water? That means when we dissolve salt in water, the particles of salt get into the spaces between particles of water. So we can conclude matter is made up of particles, right? Then the particles of matter are very tiny. That means very, very small. If we perform this activity, this is a beaker is taken, 100 ml water is taken. Then very small amount of potassium permanganate crystal is added. Do you observe? This color is changed, right? Then from this 100 ml solution, only 10 ml is taken in another beaker and 90 ml of water is added, right? So that the volume again it becomes 100 ml. Then from this beaker again 10 ml of that solution is taken in another beaker. In here again 90 ml of water is added to make the volume 100 ml. Then from this beaker again same is repeated here. 10 ml of this solution is taken in another beaker. Again 90 ml of water is added to make the volume 100 ml. Do you observe here? If we continue the same activity so many times, still you observe the change in color. The color due to dilution it may be faint, but still color exists. That means the particles of matter are very small. They are small beyond our imagination also, right? Then let us come to characteristics of particles of matter. So what are the characteristics? First one, the particles of matter have space between them. The next one, the particles of matter are continuously moving. Then the particles of matter attract each other. That means matter, they have intermolecular forces between them, right? Then let us discuss the particles of matter, they have space between them. How can? Proof through different activities. All these examples, very common examples I have taken. Here you might have observed at your home, preparation of tea, preparation of coffee, and this is lemonade. When we prepare tea, we add some sugar in milk. Then sugar, is it dissolved in the milk? Yes, the sugar particles get absorbed in the space between the particles of milk. Then in coffee also same. And while preparing lemonade, we add some lemon juice and water and sugar and salt. Then when we add sugar and salt in water, the sugar particles or salt particles get absorbed in the spaces between the particles of water. That means we can conclude the particles of matter have space between them. Clear? Then the particles of matter are continuously moving. All these are very common example. Here burning incense stick. If you put one burning incense stick at one corner of your room, then another corner also you can smell, you can feel that perfume or that smell of incense stick. Here if you drop some blue ink in water or red ink in water, then the particles of matter move into the particles of water. Then here copper sulfate solution is prepared, and when crystals of copper sulfate are dropped into the water, then this copper sulfate crystals mixed with water to form copper sulfate solution. That means particles of matter are continuously moving. That means we can say they have kinetic energy. The particles of matter possess the kinetic energy. Then if we increase the temperature, what happens? The particles move faster. So we can say that with increase in temperature, the kinetic energy of the particles also increases. Then in this, all these three activities here, incense stick, it may be blue ink, yeah, red ink in water, or preparation of copper sulfate solution. In all these activities, we observe that particles of matter intermix on their own with each other. That means they do so by getting into the spaces between the particles. This intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. We also observe that on heating, diffusion becomes faster. And another example I will say here, when your mother is preparing food, cooking food at home, whenever your favorite dish is prepared, then immediately you are able to get the smell of that food. Due to which process? Because when food is cooked, temperature is comparatively high. Food is not cold. That means the rate of diffusion is faster. That's why immediately you come to know that which dish your favorite dish is preparing. Right? Then, and this is the effect of temperature and movement of particles of matter. Already I have discussed. You can note it down. Then the next characteristics of particles of matter, that is the particles of matter attract each other. Right? Here this activity, suppose I will ask you to form human chains while playing in the playground in games period of your school. If the PT will ask you to form human chains, first group, you form human chain by holding from back and lock arms like some dance formers, dance form like in Odisha you might have observed here Sambalpuri dance or tribal dance. Then so first group you are allowed to form human chain by holding from back and lock up the arms, right? Then second group by just holding hands to form human chain, and third group is asked to form a human chain by touching each other with their only fingertips. Then just you say which group. It will be the particles, if you consider each student as particles of matter, in which group the particles held each other with the maximum force. Obviously first one. The particles, each student, if you consider one particle of matter, this is another particle of matter, here they are holding by back and lock up the arms, right? So in this way you can say particles of matter attract each other. That means matters, they have intermolecular forces of attraction between them, right? Here if you are asked to hammer an iron nail, in this case if you are asked to break chalks and stretch rubber band, in which case you have to apply more force. Obviously here, because why? These particles, they have comparatively stronger intermolecular forces. That is why you need here more force to break the intermolecular force. And here another activity, if you try to cut the surface of water with your fingers, then are you able to cut the surface of water? No. Why? Because the reason behind the surface of water, that again they comes to close each other. They have stronger comparatively here, comparatively in that solid, here lesser force of attraction, but still they have intermolecular forces of attraction, right? So all these are activities you can perform of your own to know the particles of matter attract each other. Clear? So dear students, these are some evaluative questions for you. Let us discuss one by one. Which of the following are matter? Now already we have discussed anything that occupy space, that means volume, and they have mass is called matter. Here chair, is it a matter? Yeah, it is a matter because chair it has some mass and also it occupies space in air. That means it has some volume. So that is a matter. Air, is it a matter? Yeah, of course. Air it has mass and volume. That is matter. Love, is it a matter? No, it is just a feeling. Smell, is it a matter? No. Hat, is it a matter? No, it is not a matter because it doesn't occupy any space or volume and it doesn't have any mass. Then almonds, yeah, it is a matter. Then thought process, is it a matter? No, it is not a matter. Cold, no, it's a feeling. It is not a matter. Lemon water, yeah, it is a matter because it occupies space and mass. That means it has mass and volume. Then smell of perfume, no, it is not a matter, right? Then question number 2, give reasons for the following observation. The smell of hot sizzling food, yeah, this one I was telling, reaches you several meters away. But to get the smell from cold food, you have to go close. Can you say why? Because the smell of hot sizzling food reaches several meters away as the particles of hot food have more kinetic energy because temperature is more and hence the rate of diffusion is more than that of the particles of cold food, right? Then next question, question number 3, a diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. So this is the observation and what is the question? Which property of matter does this observation show? So we discussed the properties of matter. Which property? It shows that the particles of water have intermolecular space and have less force of attraction, right? Then last question for you. What are the characteristics of the particles of matter? So 3 characteristics already we have discussed. First one, particles have intermolecular space. That means the particles they have space between them. Then second one, particles of matter are continuously moving. And last one, particles of matter they have intermolecular forces. That means particles of matter attract each other, right? So dear students, these are the answers to evaluative questions. And in the next session, we will discuss in detail the states of matter. Thank you all.